What's up, morons and gearheads? This is the free Friday edition of Moron Money, where we give you the latest stock market and crypto news and updates. We do this for free every Friday on YouTube, but if you want a couple little bonus Moron Money, you can go to patreon.com/blindmike. We do extra episodes on Sunday and Thursday, and sometimes pop in with a third episode. So go to patreon.com/blindmike, and you'll get more up-to-date coverage on the stock market and crypto world. And if you want a free way to support the channel, just subscribe right now. Hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, give this video a like, comment on it. All of that helps the algorithm and helps grow this here YouTube channel. And you can always tell a friend if you like the nonsense that falls out of my mouth and you find it entertaining, then make sure you watch and let a friend know. Tweet it, whatever you got to do. And this, of course, is never financial advice. If you take financial advice from someone like me, you're an even bigger moron than I am. It's just a springboard to do your own research. So always make sure you do your own research before anyone tells you what to do with your money. Not as much news today as there is updates, I guess. I want to talk about Zilliqa, a potential Dogecoin replacement, and I'll tell you why in a bit. But first, I just want to tell you my strategy coming off a crazy week in the crypto world. And I have finished buying for now. So I bought the dip heavily the other day. What was that? Tuesday, whenever that was, the big crash, where everything went crazy. I was buying mostly Litecoin, XRP, and Ethereum. And you can listen to, I think, yesterday's video. I talked about that on Patreon. And the Litecoin seemed to be the heaviest. If we just go back to where Litecoin was, I bought it in at around 190. And if we just go back to where it was a few days ago, I've doubled my money. So the dips have been crazy, and there's really no reason for them. We talked about this yesterday, but if the reason for this crazy Bitcoin crash, and which recovered immediately, by the way, funny how that works. Oh, everyone panics. It's $30,000. Now it's back up to 40,000 instantly. So if the reasons for the crash are in fact Elon Musk tweeting, which he of course later tweeted diamond hands, is there anything more infuriating than Elon Musk's Twitter? Oh, he tweeted an emoji today. What does that mean? It affects the price. Price goes crazy, which makes the crypto world look silly, by the way. So never panic sell. Always make sure you know what you're doing, both when you're investing and when you're selling. I think that's very important. But if the reasons for this crash are Elon Musk's Twitter and the Chinese government saying that they're going to ban Bitcoin for the 50,000th time, they say this, I think every other day. I'm pretty sure every other day they come out and say, oh, we're banning Bitcoin. And everyone goes, oh, no. And then it doesn't happen. So just always look into the reasons when these crashes are happening. I know they can panic you, but my other suggestion would be when you see a drastic crash, if the Bitcoin price drops $5,000 in 8 minutes, then maybe say to yourself, oh, I'm not going to sell right now. I want to find out what's going on first. And that may end up costing you a few bucks, but you'll at least have peace of mind that you sold for the right reasons if you want to sell it all. And again, because of what happened this week, my advice would be not to sell, but I don't give advice. That would be my advice hypothetically, but this ain't advice. So look into why Bitcoin crashed, look into your thoughts on it. But in my opinion, it's no different than it was a week ago, than it was 5 weeks ago, when people were talking about a $500,000 Bitcoin, which Kathy Woods still says is in play. She thinks this calendar year, there will be a $500,000 Bitcoin. Maybe that's nuts, but I like the way she thinks. She's been right before. She was right about Tesla and some other moonshots. So who knows? Look into all of that. But my overall strategy is taking a little breather. Because I told you I was buying the stock market dip last week. That seems to have leveled off. At least my portfolio has been in the green pretty much all week. Nothing crazy, very slight. But I bought the dips on things like Penn National and Twitter and Netflix and Tesla, and then the penny stocks or growth stocks that I like, such as Tilray and Nano Dimension and Remark Holdings and Veritone. I bought the dips on all of those and more. So then this week, when everything was kind of leveled off in the green. I felt a lot more comfortable just standing pat, taking a breather, taking it easy. And again, do the same type of thing. Like Veritone was down to $17. Just a couple weeks ago, it was at like 28 or over 30, not that long ago. And it was down to $17 on Friday. And when I saw that, I said, what the hell's going on with Veritone? So I look into it, and there was no bad news with Veritone. In fact, there was some, horrifying news, but they're doing work with uh, celebrity voice. Basically, they're taking our voices and making it so that they're going to be able to monitor everything we say. But long story short, look into what Veritone is doing, and I found it to be pretty innovative and interesting. So Veritone, VERI, was down to $17, and seemed to be no reason why it was down. So I bought the dip. Same stuff. The same type of stuff happens with Nano Dimension and Tilray, and definitely Penn National right now. Penn National down under $80, which I think is a good buy. But look into it. I think they just opened up in Indiana, and once that goes to 50 states, it's going to be well above $80. But not only that, casinos are going to start opening back up. Barstool's probably going to do all sorts of events to get people out. I think $80 right now or $78, whatever it is a steal for Penn National. So again, look into that as well, and look at whatever stocks you like. Let me know in the comments if there's some stocks that have taken a big dip that I'm not aware of and that I should look into. But my opinion, those big dips are also a good time to buy things like Netflix and even Twitter, Facebook. Obviously the stocks that are going to be around forever and are going to recover. So, that was my strategy last week. My strategy early this week was to buy the crypto dip. Like I said, I bought into Zilliqa, which I'll tell you about in a second, but mostly Litecoin, XRP, Ethereum. I held off on Bitcoin because I have enough Bitcoin right now, and my average holding is so much lower than it was. And I was like, I don't need to buy more Bitcoin right now. But if you don't have any Bitcoin, or if you're looking for more Bitcoin, if you're looking to accumulate your way to 1 Bitcoin, then this week would have been a good time to buy. And even now at $40,000, the talk is there's this rumor in the YouTube world. People like us talk about this. The giant YouTube channels like myself have been talking about this post on 4chan where the guy predicted he said, I can't, very secretive, can't tell you who I am or what I am, but he predicted the crash exactly. He said, sit back and watch, and then watch the rise back all the way back up to $70,000, a new all-time high. So that's a prediction to look out for. I don't know how reliable it is, but that's what a lot of people are talking about with Bitcoin right now. Excuse me. So, think about a strategy. Think about an entrance strategy if you're not in the crypto world right now. But if you are already in, I think it might be a good time to let it cool. Sit back, relax, see what the price does. And if we see another dip, then maybe start buying again. But all of that is just a little food for thought. And then mostly today, I wanted to tell you about Zilliqa, ZIL, a cryptocurrency. And the only reason I wanted to tell you guys about this, I was tipped off to it. There was news this week when YouTubers. So this SCAD network is for YouTubers to basically make it easier to monetize their content and create NFTs and that sort of thing. But it's centered around YouTube, the SCAD network. And Mr. Beast and KSI, two YouTubers who I'm not familiar with, but they have huge followings, just invested in this. So I looked into the SCAD network because it piqued my interest, and that is run on the Zilliqa blockchain. So the reason I am interested in Zilliqa, it makes transactions faster, and it breaks down the networks into sharding. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not smart enough to explain it to you. I was going to just get into sharding and explain what that is to you guys and all that. I'm not the guy you want for that. Just search on YouTube, what is Zilliqa, and you'll find better answers than I can give you. But The reason I mentioned Zilliqa today is because everyone is into Dogecoin and all these meme coins, Shiba Inu and all that. Well, Zilliqa actually does something. Zilliqa does provide a service. So if you're looking for something that's down around 13 cents, which it is right now, it was 17 before the dip the other day. It went down to 10, or maybe even a little lower, and then it leveled off where it's now between 13, 14, right around there. Um, so you Dogecoin buyers that really just like the idea of potentially taking a low priced and small, it's a small market cap as well, but one of these cheap 13-cent coins and riding it to $1 or $5 or $10 or whatever. I thought Zilliqa was a more interesting option because it does do something. So look into Zilliqa, look into what it does, see if you like that, see if you like the YouTubers that are behind it, and what the SCAD network could possibly do, and the way Zilliqa is growing. And it's only 4 years old. It was created in 2017, so it's relatively new. And I I like it better than Doge, for example, just because it does something. It doesn't have Elon Musk behind it or Mark Cuban, but it does do something. So if you want to gamble, and again, I mean, you shouldn't gamble your mortgage or your rent on on even Bitcoin. You know what I mean? You should be able to pay your bills before you start investing. Don't play with money that you need right now or in 6 months. But if you want to gamble and you're looking at stuff like Dogecoin, I think Zilliqa is a more interesting gamble. Probably a little more long term, but look into Zilliqa if you want to throw a few bucks at something and see where it flies. All right. I appreciate you guys being with me today. Like I said, not as much news as it was kind of an update on what's going on and what I've been doing in the market. But for more relevant news, we do that on Sundays and Thursdays on patreon.com/Blind Mike. I am Blind Mike. And you can check us out there where we also do the Blind Mike Project and all sorts of other wacky stuff on Patreon. So check that out if you would like. And like I said, if you want a free way to support the channel, just subscribe right now. Hit the notification bell, like this video, comment on it. All that helps the algorithm, and tell a friend. So until next time, let's keep making money.